How did you hear about Purdue Roobaroo?
A really good friend of mine, her sister actually started Roobaroo, so that's how I heard about it.
How do you join the club?
So like we had this one day when all of these clubs came over to the place, and then they were telling us about call-outs and stuff, auditions. So we just walked over there and like heard them all out. And we got a lot of extra information about what they do, what kind of dance forms they're into, and like what kind of competitions they go to, what kind of work they do. Because we sort of know like the president, because she's my friend's sister, like I said. And yeah, it seemed like it was really interesting. We went out and got more information, looked online, and it seemed like it was a really nice thing. So yeah, that's how we found out.
What makes you qualified to be in the club?
Well, we had auditions, like we had call-outs, we went to the call-outs, and then we were told what kind of stuff we're expected to be doing, and then we had like auditions, like they taught us a whole dance, and then we had to dance to like do a solo, and if they thought you were good enough for it, then they would select you for the team. And there are these two teams. One is called the home team, and the other is called the competitive team. So if you're like not brilliant enough, I mean, really good, but the thing is that you have to keep paying for each member on the team every time you go for competitions outside. So there are like a limited number of people who can be on the competitive team. So like as soon as you have people more than that, and you're good enough, you're really good, they'll put you on the home team. So yeah, I mean like, you audition for it, you get into either the home team or the competitive team.
How does the group communicate? Via email, texting, Facebook?
We have a WhatsApp group. Actually we have two of them. One of them is for like the important updates, for when we have rehearsals, when we have practice. That kind of stuff. And then we have another group, which is the same people, but just like a more informal group where we talk about music and steps and random stuff, like food. Just random things.
What words or phrases do you have that others may not know unless they were in the group?
Well, there are specific dance terms that you might have heard about if you have been involved in some kind of Bollywood, fusion, contemporary dance. But like, let's say, for example, terms like bhangra and tumkas and they're very Hindi terms, but I'm guessing like if you've been involved with any kind of dance, you probably have heard about some of these terms. But yeah, I mean like, if you don't know anything about these forms of dance, you would not know what they mean.
Can you give us some examples of those words?
Yeah, like I said, tumka and bhangra. Yeah.
Maybe you'll have to show us those later. Okay.
Maybe not.
Let's see. How has being a part of Purdue's Roobaroo community helped you? Have you made friends? Learned something about yourself?
Yeah, so the team comprises of people who are sophomores and juniors and seniors and freshmen, so you get to know a lot of people, and people from different places, and then when you go, and I'm guessing, I mean, I haven't yet been a part of like a competition where you go out and compete with other people, but I'm guessing that would be like an opportunity to meet a lot of people. But yeah, I mean, being a part of the community helps me feel like I'm doing something for the university because I'm representing it. So yeah, it gives you a sense of belonging, and it makes you, feel like you're a Boilermaker.
Why does this team exist?
Well, there are a lot of people who are passionate about dancing and like to, let out their emotions and feelings through dance. And then there are a lot of people who like to, you know, just dance for like a hobby or when they want to take a break from all their work. But there are people who think similarly about dance, and the community probably exists to bring all those people together. And yeah, I mean, like, you know, like a place, it's like a platform for people with common interests.
How do outsiders view your club? Are they degrading or supportive, and how do you react to them?
Well, I haven't heard from a lot of people talk about it, but I have, because we're a comparatively newer group. We're not like, you know, old group in comparison to like the other groups that are here, dance groups. People praise us because, you know, we're new and we're competing with them and we're getting there and we're working hard and hopefully we'll be, you know, one of the best teams on campus.
Is there evidence of authority, like an expert versus novice?
Yeah, there is. I mean, we have people on the team who have like professional experience, and then people who are obviously older than us, so they have more experience. They've been dancing, and formally they are more authoritative than us, but they're also really friendly, and we're beginners, but they make us feel like we can, you know, achieve big things, do like really hard dance moves. We eventually get there because they're really good and they're really good at teaching us. So,
What's some conflicts you have within the club?
we have this warm up every time we start dance, and some of these warm up moves are really hard, like splits. And a lot of people can't do splits. So like we have some people saying, no, I can't do that, and they're just walking off. And we have our creative head, who's really supportive, by the way. And she's really good. She's a really good dancer. And she's, you know, always like, no, you can do it. You're just not trying enough. And people are like, no, I can't do it. I'm not going to try. The thing is, I mean, you know, that sort of ends up in a conflict sometimes. But, I mean, it's fine. We end up, like, working through those. And I mean, the warm-up is really important for a dance. If you don't warm up, you end up with, like, muscle pulls. It just hurts by the end of it. So eventually we realized the importance of warming up.
Do you guys have any team building or team bonding?
Yeah, we do. We go for dinners together. We often have these shows together. And we have, like, exclusive parties and meetings. And we hang out sometimes. Like our president just messages us or like sends us an email asking us if we want to do something together. We have a lot of bonding time together.
So do you feel like a team, or do you feel more like you're dancing with your friends?
I do feel like I'm dancing with my friends. It's like a family, the whole dance group. But we're also really focused, and when we're working, we're not like talking about other stuff. We're doing what we need to do.
What's the purpose of the group?
Probably to, I don't know, bring out the talent in people, because there are a lot of dancers who are really good, and then they don't have a platform to bring that out or show it to people. So, I mean, I guess like the purpose would be to bring out some dancing talent out, like to the public, and I don't know, give people experience, an opportunity to dance on stage, an opportunity to get people to know you, and I don't know, like make a name, I guess.
How often do you meet?
We have practices thrice or 4 times a week, for like an hour or 2 maybe. But when we have like competitions coming up or like an event that's around the corner, we have like several hours of practice, like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of practice, like, especially over the weekend. But since all of us, like our whole group is just comprised of students, we all have homework and exams, and we're all really considerate about each other. So, I mean, whenever we all have time and it's convenient for all of us, we pick a place and a time and we meet up for practice. And yeah.
Are some people more involved than others?
Well, there are some people who are involved in choreography and other people who are not. So, I mean, I guess those people are more involved than us because we're just, like beginners right now. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to be involved in choreography. Just that I'm not that good.
How long does it take for a beginner like you to catch on to the lingo and learn the dances?
The steps are not easy. They're like competitive level. But it doesn't take us really long. Usually not more than one practice session. Because we have really good seniors who teach us the steps. And they're really, really helpful. They tell us exactly how to go about each step. And break it up. And they're really, encouraging about it. So it's not hard. I mean, we end up getting how to do it.